Everybody set? All right, we'll call the town board meeting of Tuesday, August 26th, 2025 to order at 6:30. If everybody could rise for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, liberty and justice for all. And Billy, if you could do roll call, please.
Supervisor Hendrickson.
Here.
Supervisor Cole.
Here.
Supervisor Olson.
Here.
Supervisor Milliburn.
Here.
Supervisor Lidkey.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, public forum. Is there anyone here for a public forum? Okay, come on up. You can go ahead and sit over here. The name and address, please.
Brian Langlois, 6360 232nd Avenue. And this was something I intended to bring up yesterday at the Road and Bridges, but I wasn't able to make that meeting. I do have it's a complaint about the grading services that we're getting. The road has been graded for, I think, 4 times this season. And it's the very first time they did it, top notch. And it's progressively gotten worse with each grading. And the last one required me to pull out my own plow and correct the road. And I also saw my neighbors at the end of the road. I had to bring out equipment to try and clean up the mess. I have photos that I can share of how undercut it was in front of my blacktop, and then undercut and upset. So if you had a low riding car or motorcycle, you would drag over it. It was an elevation change of about a foot. So not great. Like I said, they did an awesome job at the first go. It's progressively getting worse. If it gets any worse than this last time, the road's going to be a disaster. So,
Can you send those photos?
there's a township.
The address, yeah, to maintenance@linwoodtownship.org. Maintenance. And then I'll be able to receive those and I will deal with the company.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Yep, along with the address. Yep. All right, thank you. All right, anybody else for public forum? All right, seeing no one else, we'll go ahead and close public forum. Move on to presentation by Smith Schaefer regarding the 2024 audit.
That's a removed one from what was sent in the packet today.
Oh, okay, so that's off this list. All right, then we will go on to consider and approve the overall agenda. Is there any changes, modifications other
Yeah.
than?
I'd like to add, I guess 8.3, the Parks Committee has some questions for us, and Rico's here today to answer questions. And they sent an email last night that I just got. So if we have room for it, I'd like to discuss that tonight, if we could fit it under 8.3. So I guess I'd motion to make 8.3.
You can just
A
make a
discussion.
suggestion.
I could just say it.
You're just adding right
now. Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll add 8.3 for parks.
I'd like to remove the inflation quotes because I called one of them today. I'm trying to get apples to apples out of the 2 of them and I'm not at apples and apples. So
Okay,
I'll deal with him tomorrow. Maybe he'll call me back.
perfect. Yeah, I seen those discrepancies. That was
Yes.
major.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So we will remove 8.2.
And yeah, and gunner installation's the same one. So 8.2 and 8.2 1.1.
That was,
Yeah.
bring them both back at the next meeting.
Yes, sir.
Yep, okay, sounds good. Anything else?
I got additions, so I'm gonna plug in some holes based. I had my numbers, so I'm gonna resort here.
Okay.
So I will add. I'll add Parks paving as 8.2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add. Sam did 3, so I'm going to add claim number 38994 in the amount of $1,800
$19.70 for Civic Plus. That was pulled 2 meetings ago. Had the conversation, and that one is good to pay. That's for the Muni Code section of Civic Plus, not the website portion. So
Okay.
add that as 8.4. And then I'm gonna add the auditor discussion for submitting for the 2024 audit as 8.5.
All right, so we have now under new businesses, we have the 8.1 is the Abdo HR discussion. 8.2 now will be the parks paving. 8.3 is parks, your update, Sam. 8.4 is the claim number 38994. And 8.5 is the 2024 audit discussion. All right, any other changes? All right, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve that agenda.
I'll second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion passes. All right. So on to the consent agenda. Any changes, any modifications to the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, Annie made a motion to approve.
Second.
Actually, I withdraw.
Okay,
I withdraw my second.
any changes?
No changes. I just.
Make a
I
motion
saw
to
there was-
approve the
I need
consent
someone else to
agenda.
approve.
Okay, so Bob made a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second it.
Sam seconded. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions?
I abstain.
Okay, so 4-0-1. All right, so that is passed. All right, for new business, 8.1. Sam, the Abdo HR service contract.
Yep. So I'm just gonna use this to follow up on what we talked about during the workshops. It sounds like the next step here is you guys want to talk to them again and ask more questions. So what I'm trying to figure out is it sounds like there's not going to be another dedicated budget workshop between now and the next board meeting, except for at 5:30 right before. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, so that it sounded like we wanted to talk to them during a workshop. And so my question is, what should I say to, how should I approach this? Because I don't want to string them along for months.
We could reschedule it to that point. Just put them on the 9.9 and we can have recycling be 9.23.
Okay, so have them come in before the meeting?
Yeah.
Which would mean we won't be voting on it at that meeting. We'd be voting at the following. Okay,
Just reschedule. Recycle. That work, Lisa?
okay, so then I'll tell them to come in on the 9/9 at 5:30. That'll be the last opportunity to ask questions, and then if there is a request for action, it'll come at the meeting following the
9.23.
23, yeah, on the 23rd. Okay. That's all I have for that.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, we'll move on to 8.2, parks paving. Andy?
So this, we talked about this before. I just wanted, it never came for final, because the parks made a recommendation at their annual tour. In, then that they made a motion to recommend to the board, and then it never came with a request for action. And I just circled back with them last night when they met to make sure this was still what they wanted, and because the timing now has to happen because we're going to be paving the parking lot. So in terms of mobilization and having everything on site. So, and they were still in support of doing that because this would be the time to do it. And that is the option C on there to connect. Right now you have a brand new warming house and no way to get to it in the winter. That's full of ice and snow, and yours is here, Bob. And this way here is maintainable too for the flooders, because right now that whole area floods out and freezes. And then that's what people traverse through when they come from the parking lot. So this would come out of the park dedication fund, which supports that. And then they'd be able to do that when the parking lot, the concrete's all in. So now the next step is the parking lot with the pavers, and wanted to tie that in.
Well, I think from a liability standpoint and watching a few people try to traverse between the parking lot and the new warming house, slipping and sliding, I think should be a concern for us. I think having that paved and being able to keep it clean, I think is a huge plus. So, I'm glad that they support it because I think it's the right decision. So on this, we've already approved
The main quote.
the number, the area A, right?
Yes, and we opted out of B,
Okay,
and then, so that's part of the grant. And then option C would be an approval, and that would be coming out of, like I said, park dedication funds, which support that.
which they have like 50
Yeah.
grand or something in there, so.
Oh.
Yeah, so that falls plenty in there. I'd make a motion to go ahead and approve the additional 3,375 square feet for a path between the warming house and the parking lot, which is defined as area C of the map, in a total amount of $11,800. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion?
Goes all the way to the parking lot?
Right behind the rink, right to the entry of where it's got a hole in the gate to walk through.
Okay, thank you. What are you thinking, Bob?
Just thinking.
Okay, all right. Brian, yeah, come on up.
Brian Langlois, 6360-232nd. I saw that in the layout, and I just have one question. I think it's an awesome idea. I saw the same problem with people slipping and sliding on that area. But I didn't notice it in the description. Now they're going to level all the grade. Are they going to raise the grade for that pathway so that it naturally runs off away?
They'll have a crown to where it needs to be. It'll transition because it is actually higher at the building. So
Right.
They'll have to crown it there to make our natural break for our rink, but when it gets out to the actual area too, it's not gonna be.
I just recall that area, that particular area was
Yeah.
low
Yeah.
and icy
Yeah,
last year.
it says it in there.
Oh, it
In their
does.
Yeah,
proposal
it was
to
only-
grade and level areas
All
with
areas.
class
Okay, I'm
5.
sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. No, it's
All right.
good to be clear.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. All right, any other discussion? All right, motions on the table. So all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. All right,
Coordinate that with the contractor.
perfect. Thank you, Andy. All right, we move on to 8-3, which is Parks. Sam?
Rico, would you want me to explain it or would you like to explain the questions?
I just had a knee replacement, so. I'm
Oh, sorry.
A little slow.
And then just say your name and your address, please.
Rico Pascarella, 8075 Fawn Lake Drive, Northeast.
Thanks.
So we had. Sorry. We had the tour of all the different parks back in May, and I made our suggestions on those notes. I have those with me, unless you don't have them. I was told you had them. That what our requests were for the different parks.
I got the email this morning, which wasn't enough time to like include anything in the packet.
Okay,
So I think like we have them somewhere, but we don't have them in front of us
Okay.
right now.
because I have a copy here if you want to make a copy tonight, it doesn't matter, but it should be self-explanatory, and if you want, I can go through them or not.
Sure. Yeah, you want to go through briefly?
Sure, absolutely. So this is what we found on the annual park tour, my first one, by the way. The Allquest Park, I don't know if you've seen it, but you know, the grass is okay, but there's quite a few gopher mounds. I have the same issue. So I don't know what they want to do with that, but they want to do something, whether there's a chemical, I don't know about that. But definitely if they do, it should be environmentally, safe. There's no marker, so follow up on the new, a new lime for the field. And I don't have costs for any of this too, unless you guys are interested tonight. And then some of the swings need some replacement of the rubber mats that are underneath. Edging in the northwest corner would, the wood chips, need to be new. Or exchanged, fixed, whatever. And if I'm not pronouncing this right, is it Bocher? Betcher, this is on the next park. The picnic tables definitely do need to be restained, maybe sanded a little bit first. And fixing the exercise equipment that isn't usable, or actually, broken. There's a couple of things out there that, you know, are a danger to the public, the little ones. And then they want to torch the ropes, on the rope climb to fix the fraying. So get your blowtorch out. Next, we'll move on to Olympic Green. I'm going to change out the rocks for the wood chips. Figure that's probably a little bit safer and easier to replenish or renew, than moving rocks or trying to find rocks, and kids like to throw rocks, and, you know, so then we'll do that there, and that's in the equipment area. This one, I'm not sure. They're coming up with a solution for a better path to the playground area, or possible moving the equipment of that area of that. We talked about, you were there. Okay.
So that way they didn't have to go up the hill and it'd be easier for mowing and.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. So. Four Seasons, Beth wanted to think about putting a sidewalk from the north parking lot to the warming house. You guys just covered that, so. Again, fixing the rubber tile when entering playground equipment. And that should be, replacing the worn out swing, clevises or clevises. Okay, one more. And broadband, changing out the rocks again for wood chips in the playground area, and apparently they want to just fix the cracks.
Which park is that one?
This is Broadbent
Okay.
across the way. Fixing the cracks in the tennis and pickleball courts. They are a huge danger. I've been over there myself, and you step in one of those, somebody's gonna break an ankle or more. So FYI on that, I thought it should all be replaced, but it's serious cash for that. So, and the company that has made a bid for it, I think they got the full bid, says they can fix the cracks and have them last. You know, my question was, how long are they gonna last? You know, I mean, you get a shift, winter, you know, thaw, freezing, sub-zero, you know, they're gonna crack. I mean, and to replace the whole thing, they have different materials they can use to less chance of cracking. There was a sign down over there. I couldn't find it, that Sarah mentioned. I couldn't find what sign was damaged on the post. And the other question, as you might have gotten, by the way, is can we, us community members, simply go over there and fix that? You know, whether it's a park board committee member or, you know, another citizen that has the time and the all to do it. So, and that can be down the line for other projects as well. So, and I think that's got to come from you guys, you know, for the liability perspective.
So I might add on to that.
I'm very new to the board, so you know, I hope that answered any questions you might have, but
Appreciate that.
yeah.
So I just saw that I missed the meeting last night. I saw the email this morning. And so correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is the bigger issue is you've got this long list here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these things are way more urgent than others in terms of safety to residents using the parks. Some of these things are way more dangerous to fix than other things. Like if you have to get a chainsaw to cut down something that's different from picking up weeds
From
or whatever.
painting,
You're
yeah.
painting,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And so the question, and I've reached out to Matt about the question generally, is who can do what? Especially considering like the danger of doing some of these things. And then for urgent items, like what my understanding was Parks doesn't understand what they need to do to get these things accomplished, like in a time sensitive manner. Is that right?
It was brought up, but I'm not exactly sure what,
They know sometimes they need to go to Public Works, but they're unclear on like how often they can kind of pester them if it's urgent. And that was the sense I was getting from the emails. They want some clarification on like what paths do they go through to get this stuff done.
and a couple of those, things outside, monkey bars or whatever they are, may just have to be shut down.
Right. Or the
And that may
exercise
be
equipment.
the alternative. I mean, winter's slowly coming, hopefully, and never to get here, but you know, I mean, maybe that's something that some of those toys can just be shut down if they're too dangerous. And there are a couple.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah.
yeah, that'll save some money, but may not need to. You know, you kind of want to, kids like those ones. In fact, one of the kids were over there playing when we were doing our annual thing. So, then the other thing that came up early yesterday was the sandburrs.
Mhm.
I don't know who went over there, but their dog came out with, you know, and the person that came out and they were all over the place. So they thought maybe at the what is that? The Frisbee golf area. So that people want to walk through there and maybe we can clear those out, you know.
Mhm.
Those don't go away very fast either.
Those still impossible to find.
For sandburrs.
Which one is it?
That's what we were told, is that the chemical that we used to use to get rid of sandburrs, they don't allow you to use it anymore.
Right.
They banned it, so. And Fairway Flyers is definitely not on our list to fertilize each year.
Okay.
We have Sherman do, I think, three parks, I think it is.
So is that the diazinon you're talking about, or did they use that at all for this? Because they used to use it for
That sounds familiar, but I couldn't swear.
vermin, you know, so.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway.
not sure. I'm not sure. So normally myself or Jack would go with on the parks tour. Neither one of us could make it this last year.
Okay,
I have not seen a complete list. I think Andy had participated in it because he was kind enough to share some stuff. So I think we've taken care of most of those things now, if not all of them. For data retention purposes, I think Billy needs to have a copy of that if you don't already. Okay, so I would say submit that list to Billy so that she's got a copy of it for data retention.
okay,
And then also send that to that maintenance email address. And so that we can get that on our to-do list.
okay. All right, very good then.
Yep, so, but yeah, Rico, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
am I free to leave or not?
Right,
I have a question for this board. You just brought up 3 safety issues. We have to do this now,
Yeah,
because now we all know it's a safety issue.
Mhm.
I mean, if it's too dangerous to play at the tennis courts, people can't play at the tennis courts. If there's really a park where the equipment is a hazard to the citizens, they can't go near that stuff anymore. I think we have to attack this. I know we don't like to jump and run, but we were all just told it's a safety hazard, and I think something has to happen tomorrow.
Yep, it will. It will.
Thank you.
Okay, you're all done then, Rico?
I can give this.
Yeah, you can give it to Billy if you got, that's an extra.
And save
paper
me-
copy.
Actually, I can.
Sure.
And then generally for other emergencies, do we want to clarify like a immediate, if it's a very urgent emergency kind of thing, who do you go through your supervisor? That seems kind of slow. Maybe could they just go straight to maintenance?
Usually comes right to maintenance. I mean, if something's broken, last year we had clevises that were cracked on
Okay.
a swing set. As soon as that came in, we went out the next day and pulled a swing off until clevises came in. And then we went back and put it back up with new clevises. So yeah, it's just the information has to get to Public Works so that we can address it.
So then I'll let them know to reach directly out in those cases.
Yeah, I've told them the same thing to
Okay.
email. I've told everybody on the board, on the Parks Committee to make sure to get those things. So, but,
Okay.
sir, come on up if you gotta come up here though, please.
I knew you were coming, I would have ordered a salad.
Albert Lee, 6751 229th Avenue Northeast. Sorry to come in with this, but I was watching online and I noticed that you're going to use funds for the Four Seasons Park for a sidewalk. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
You're going to use park dedication funds. Can you legally use that on non-dedicated parkland? That was my only concern. I don't want the township to get in trouble, but it's not dedicated parkland. And so can the park dedication funds be used for that? Just a question that I thought you guys might want to take a
Appreciate
look
that
at.
very much, Al. Thank you. And, yeah, if you want, just double check it.
Yeah, we have been on
Okay,
the, started with the whole warming house.
perfect.
So
I figured so. Thank you. Thank you again, Al. All right, anything else on this one? Anything else, Sam?
No, I don't think so.
All right, any questions for Sam on this? Okay, hearing none, we will move on to 8.4. This is claim number 38994. By Andy.
Yeah, as I stated, this was a claim that was pulled. And this is, I'm just gonna make a motion that we pay claim number 38994 in the amount of $1,819.70. And this is for Muni Code to Civic Plus.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Any, you were in favor?
Yeah, I said.
Oh, okay, I couldn't hear you. Thank you. Okay, motion passes 5-0. All right, and move on to 8.5, which is the 2024 audits.
But with that, that's what was the presentation, but we're gonna postpone the presentation till after. So I'm just gonna make a motion that we direct the auditor to submit the draft documents to the state on behalf of the township.
I will second that motion. All right, any other further discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, it brings us to number 9, which is upcoming meetings. So we got a few of them here. We got Road and Bridge coming up on September 2nd at 7 o'clock. We have Cemetery coming up on September 10th at 10 in the morning. We have Planning and Zoning on the 16th of September at 6 p.m. We have Parks coming up on September 22nd at 6 p.m. School Forest will be October 6th. That will be their next one. The next board meeting will be on September 9th, right here at 6:30, with a working session just prior to that at 5:30. Is there any other meetings that I am leaving off? All right, sounds great.
Family
And
Fun Fest.
I was just gonna say, saving it for last, Family Fun Fest. And that is the 5th and 6th. Correct. September 5th and 6th. So make sure you encourage everybody to come out. This is under the new nonprofit. We're doing this under the new nonprofit, so there'll probably be some special changes out there. So hopefully we have a good showing this year. All right, anything else to come before the board?
Should we adjourn?
Second.
Okay, Andy made a motion to adjourn, Bob seconded. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries. This meeting is adjourned at 6:59. Thank you, everybody.